Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I'm your host, Captivating Christian. And of course, you guys are my co hosts for this evening's events. Hey, Patty Duke, nice to see you as always. What's going on, Brother Neat? Hopefully, you got my email. Um, what is going on? What is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, everybody is having a productive start to their week. It's only Tuesday. We definitely have not started to get into things, but it's a start. Right, Patty. Um, hey, what's up, Golden Goods? How are you? Um, Again, like I said, I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you guys for popping in. It's always a pleasure to see you. And let's get into some things. Of course, we're going to really just talk today. I do have some stories I want to go over, some of which we'll be learning together. Others um, was just moments. So, of course, we're going to take this time to definitely talk about the whole DaBaby situation, and that can wait till towards the end, if so, if you choose. But I'm not really surprised, nor do I feel any type of way about it. Um, it's a whole kind of atmosphere and vibe that's going on with that. Um, and like I said, we'll talk about that later. Uh, CDC, of course, along with the president, um, about to start implementing wearing your mask again. Um, Again, not surprised. At this point, not enough people have been vaccinated. Not as many as they hoped for when they tried to push the vaccine out. Which, of course, if there's not enough people um, who have had their shot against the virus, of course, the virus would get stronger and infect more people, and so on and so forth, and might start making the people who took the vaccine even sick. So again, not surprised, um, but at some point, yeah, you ain't gonna really have a choice. But anyway, moving past that, we'll discuss that a little bit. We'll also discuss the legacy of Black travelers and sundown towns. I live not too far from a sundown town, um, and all of what that means or what that meant, and exactly what um, it was going on. Fine as wine, and what does that mean today for us? We'll talk a little bit about black and white relations, being that, of course, there was this picture posted, or this group of pictures where the black man was dressed as a slave and his fiance was dressed, I guess, as a plantation owner, and that was their wedding pictures, or engagement pictures or whatever, which I thought was absolutely foolish. Um, Lack of respect and education on so many levels. But this is the kind of atmosphere that they want to push, because they want to push that this is something that you can forget. This is something that happened so long ago. Why should you worry about it? So you can end up in chains again. Great. Um, we'll definitely want to talk about uh, the incident, and I was trying to get the clip to play it for you guys, but there was uh, a viral TikTok that went viral of these two young black men who got pulled over by police. And as they were TikToking the situation, just to, get evidence so people can, they can have witnesses of their own to see what was going on, the police officer literally grabbed some drugs from their car and threw it in the back seat. And the young man, by the grace of God, happened to catch the whole thing on camera. How this police department is going to weasel their way out of this is beyond me. But I have heard an update in regards to that. The police department had to release their body cam footage because of the outcry of the video. So, like I said, don't stop video these people, these uh, low criminals. These basically they are the criminals. I'm convinced. And of course, we're not talking about everyone, so please let's not even get into that debate. But the ones that deserve to be labeled should be labeled, and that's the end of the story on that. Um, Briefly, going to talk about some Michigan Republicans who have used some PPP loans for their own personal pockets and to give themselves raises and boosts and all kinds of stuff. So again, the pot calling the kettle black, always quick to look at um, black and brown people or people of lower means as people who are mooching off of the system. When here we have Republican lawmakers and probably some Democrats too, but we're talking about Michigan right now and the Republican lawmakers who have been using the PPP loans to enrich themselves. So yeah, go figure. And lastly, I didn't get to read it, but it's a Washington Post story Brother Nate sent to me about the incentive, and I'm guessing it was about people actually being sent back to prison who were released or sent home due to COVID, and that if President Biden does not do something about it, there'll be a lot of people, mainly black and brown people who are released due to COVID, be sent back to prison. Because I don't see Michael Cohen or anybody on the other side going back to prison at all. For some reason, I just don't see it. But anyway, so let's get into these few stories real quick. I won't keep you long. But thank you all for coming. Thank you. All right. Lynn T. What's going on, Lynn T? How you doing? Nice to see you. As always, great to see you. So let's just get started. All right, CDC. The CDC is monitoring people, okay, because there has been over 200 cases of potential monkeypox. What the hell is monkeypox? I don't know. I read it and learned it like everybody else, and I'm just like, so many things are just popping up daily. It's like you can't even close your eyes without finding, okay, something else is wrong. Something else is on the horizon that could possibly attack us. But anyway, individuals who have contracted a disease by a virus similar to smallpox returned to Texas from Nigeria in July. All right, so this has brought a whole new kind of, okay, we need to get on the ball again, because of course here we go with international travel coming back into the States, bringing something that we're not used to, that we haven't seen, and on top of COVID, here we might have the possibility of watching out for something else. The only good thing I could even say about it is at least there's somebody at the helm that can handle the situation, and it probably won't implode like coronavirus. Let's hope. Are you ready, sir? Or are you chilling? Are you ready? You chilling? Which one? You ready? Okay. Good, because I'm gonna need your help on this one. This is a lot. So I was really like, really? Some more? Something else? Goddamn. Like, we really can't even get a grip on corona. They really still don't know how you contracted, where did it stem from originally. And day by day, we're learning, okay, now we got to put masks back on. Oh, wait, now we got to do this. Now we got to do it. So I'm really just like, we really don't need anything else on the plate right now. But I don't know. This is just another thing. But anyway, symptoms for this stuff. So just in case, The symptoms include fever, muscle aches, chills, exhaustion, swollen lymph nodes, nodules, a rash, which often begins on your face and spreads to your palms of your hands and the soles of your feet.
Your feet?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just like, wow, really? And this is why, I mean, that's one reason why international travel, there was a ban on international travel, because you cannot kind of police the traffic that comes to and fro.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
way
why I
you
figured
can.
they would. That's why I figured they would have restricted it a lot better. Now, a lot of the smaller, say like the islands, what they've been
Mhm.
doing is they'll test you when you come in,
Right,
and expect to spend a few extra days there
right,
because they
right,
will quarantine you.
right, right. Um, and that part is true, but also um, the issue that the entire uh, kind of the transportation in that field is having, that they want government regulation to mandate everybody to, be either vaccinated or, whatever, but they want the government to do something. However, um, a lot of the corporate parts of they don't really want that. And a lot of the states don't really want a mandate from the government either.
Hmm.
So they're going back and forth with, hey, a lot of the businesses are trying to protect their employees, like their flight attendants, because a lot of the unions are saying, hey, we're about to strike and y'all ain't about to fly nowhere,
Yeah.
because if you can't protect us, pilots as well, the pilots are, in negotiations and saying, hey, we're not protected. And if we don't get protected, I'm not going to fly this plane. So uh, it, it just needs to be, I mean, hands down, people talk about, oh, I don't, government regulating certain things need to be regulated. And at this
Yeah.
point, this thing is going too far out of hand not to be regulated, not to have some sort of basic mandate. You have to wear a mask. You either have to be vaccinated or wear your mask on the damn flight and keep it on, or you will be kicked off the damn flight. I mean, I don't really understand what the big deal is. It really makes no sense to me while we go back and forth. Hey, what's up, James?
Hmm.
How you doing? Um, hey, Miss T, how are you?
Hey, Miss
Welcome,
T.
welcome. So that part really doesn't make any sense to me. I really don't. Yeah.
And they're actually part of the problem. They're sending so many mixed signals.
Right. Right.
Every time you turn around, we're going to do this, we're going to do that.
Right.
What was it? Alabama
Mm-hmm.
governor that was on there, the woman
Oh
with the
yeah.
rasp, with the husky
Yeah.
voice.
With the husky voice.
You
Right.
know,
Talk about I
it
blame the people. It's
no,
y'all fault.
no, they were just in a hurry to open up everything. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
but
It's
that's
all
what
it.
it was. I was
Hmm.
listening to somebody talk about that, and it was like it's the numbers are on the rise, and it's really scary. And I was like, the numbers, you should be scared, because you know what
Hmm.
everybody thought. Summer's coming. I'm trying to make money for the 4th of July. I don't care how many people might get sick or die. I need to
Hmm.
make this money. Open it up.
Right.
And all the states was like, well, yeah, sure, yeah, because we're all going to make some money for the 4th of July holiday. And these people went galloping with their, their red, white, and blue on, and their, as if that's their holy holiday to walk around and represent BS. But anyway, they went around,
Yeah, they still
state
partying and clubbing. So you know.
and just getting people sick and not caring that people are
Hmm.
taking this stuff home.
You're
And
still in the virus.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
it
yeah.
ne- it never went away.
No, no, it was just sitting there chilling. Like, I'll wait. I'll wait.
Now, when they could have really controlled it
Hmm.
without a vaccine, because every virus has an incubation period,
Right, right.
and you couldn't sit your ass still for 15 minutes.
No, no. But the crazy part for me is with the Republicans as a whole. Even from the Orange Cheeto on down. a lot of these people have been vaccinated already. They have
Oh yeah.
gotten the
Oh
shot.
yeah.
So then I don't even understand what is the point of we sitting up here talking about, or even having a discussion about getting it or not getting it, or you shouldn't get it, or you shouldn't trust it. He's gotten it. He's gotten it. His wife has gotten it. His children have gotten it. They all are safe. So while they're telling you not to do it and to protest against it and all this other,
of course, when all those vaccines were in the experimental stages, they already had access to them.
That's it. That's it. So while they're sitting up there telling you to not do it and sit back and chill, they're sitting up there fine, at least to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Enough to combat some of it. Anyway.
Oh, well, his ass was closer to death than we thought.
Right. And then that too is coming out, that he was damn near dead. So when he did come back and ran up them steps and you saw that long pause or you didn't see his ass, you know what the fuck they had. The oxygen, give him.
I was waiting for that fucker to pass out.
Right. To give him a brief little so he could come around the corner, and then to take the mask off in a show of defiance against what? The fact that you almost died? So, I mean, enough of the show and pony. Like, this is enough. We don't need any more of that. People are literally getting sick, going on vacation, getting sick, thinking it's food poisoning, and dying. I just heard a fellow YouTuber just talk about that today as she was taking her daughter to get the shot. Because even her daughter was like, nah. And then now she's like, no, I want to get it. Somebody had close to them who went on vacation just weeks ago had just died yesterday. Like, it's really nothing to play with. It never was to begin with. But the fact that, we decided not to take it seriously or to wait and see.
But we did all we could do was pretty much sit still. When you have government officials that are telling you, sure, come on down to Florida, have a drink on me, that type of thing. And all they were looking for is to line their pockets.
That's it.
I mean, just like even with the moratorium,
right.
You could just say everything stops and we'll pick back up 6 months later. That's the way they should have done it.
Right.
You won't accumulate any more bills or anything. Everything's just going to stop.
Right.
What can you do?
Yeah. So that I think definitely needs to be regulated. I think what's his name? Buttigieg needs to stop walking around, and giving interviews and really get on the flight and find out like what the hell is going on and what we need to regulate, and protecting our airways is vital because the traffic that comes to and fro, we don't know, and it's not to say that we don't know if it could be a setup. You don't know if people have, Russia could pay people. I mean, let's not be, naive to the fact of knowing that Russia has been playing this game with us the whole time during the Trump administration. Like, I'm going to do this over here. Y'all worry about him. He's keeping quiet about what I'm doing. And the whole time he's setting up for whatever, might come around the corner. And God knows what he may have had planned. Even
when they were flying in our airspace.
Right, exactly.
And pretty much distracting from everything that's going on.
Right. And, and even with, nobody even talks about the study of the coronavirus that was discovered by it was a head of the chemistry department at Harvard. He was working with some Chinese military. They wind up getting busted at Logan Airport, and that's how that got exposed. And then all of a sudden,
because that was back in 19, right?
Yeah, that was early on.
Yeah, I remember real early. Yeah.
Yep. And that happened. Then all of a sudden, that story went away. Nobody's talking about that anymore, and you're just like,
what? But watch out now. Now we have monkeypox.
Sheesh, I can't. So then past that, because of course we're not, because it's just a lot, so much. All right, so we're going to talk about real quick how the legacy of sundown towns affected Black travelers. Now, for those of you who don't know what sundown towns were, it's in the name, towns that we Black folks could not be in after sundown. Basically, whatever happened was on you. You had to get the hell out of Dodge. And there are some that still exist. I live near one, a town called Thurmont, who's not too far from me. They've always said, do not go in there. I've never even been in there. I don't even want to try it. But they definitely, when I first came out here, it was like, this is where you stay away from after dark. Period. Yeah. It was just like
even sections of town.
Yeah.
Because mine is like right across Hamden, right across 83. Less than 2 miles. They were always, once it got dark, you better have your ass out of there.
Yeah. So the legacy of that, there were these books called Green Books, and Green Books were like Black people passports. It lets you know where all the lodging were that Black people can go to, places you could eat at that were safe, which sometimes were people's homes. Sometimes your lodging was at someone's home. There was no, we had the luxury of going to these rest stops and rest areas nowadays when, back then that was non-existent. So, it was a very interesting story. I do think that you guys should look at it. It was BuzzFeed who actually did the article. And the article was how the legacy of sundown towns affected Black travelers and still do to this very day. So it's definitely something you guys want to check out. I'll put the link later and down below. This issue right here. So briefly, and I ain't even gonna really get into it because I was just so disgusted. Those were they wedding photos or engagement photos or whatever they were of the Black man in the chains dressed as a slave and his white fiance dressed as the lady of the plantation, and how they fell in love. Okay, that's different. And how they fell in love. And it's supposed to be like a love story of some kind. Of course, the photographer got heat, and he came back with, no, I didn't think it was going to be, I didn't look at it like that. I didn't think it was going to be this, this much. I was just taking the photo. I don't know if the fiance or wife, whoever she is, she's had a statement and said some things. Apparently somebody is Spanish in this mix. I don't know if she is, he is, whatever. But, just on site, I just think that was just distasteful. I think it was just distasteful and disrespectful.
Yeah.
Of all the things,
that's definitely one that they should have kept to themselves.
Yeah, of all the things,
you don't post everything.
Yeah, of all the things you could have used, I don't think that was definitely a good look. Like, no, not at all.
I mean, there might be your little sexcapades, type of thing that
you might play in the house or something, but definitely not something that you
but you don't put it out there like that.
Use it as like an engagement photos or wedding pictures that are going to be posted around your reception hall, and people are going to be like, "Oh, look, they look like a happy couple." What the hell are we doing? I'm just over that. Over it.
Yeah, I think they just went a little too far with that.
Yeah, it's just the lack of education or the lack to the care less. I don't even really give a fuck. It doesn't even matter. Because the thing about it is, for me, if the roles were reversed, they would be so offended. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it would be such an uproar if, you know, if they happened to be Spanish and he was dressed like a bullfighter or some mess. You know what I'm saying? That you don't equate with that. And, you know, there'd be so much, oh my God, I cannot believe they did this. But for this, it was like, well, it's a little distasteful, but it's like, what do you mean? But what? Like, it shouldn't.
Yeah, the timing's wrong. With everything that's going on, you know, you have to be sensitive to what's going on around.
Yeah, but then people are looking to be, in my opinion, people are looking to be that person, to be famous, to be, you know, whatever. She married her slave. I mean, I guess. If it makes her feel better.
I was getting ready to say.
If it makes her feel better. Hey, what's up, Rebel? What's going on?
Hey, Rebel. Sell many of those rags, Rebel?
Are you selling rags too? Jeez.
Yeah, skeet rags, yeah.
Jeez. Hopefully they skeet rags and they
that's why Lynn T wasn't here last week. Here?
She was in the basement like
she was down there in the sweatshop. You had Lynn T down there in the sweatshop.
Right.
Sewing up them rags.
Right. Rebel walking around like Eveline, talking about some what? What? All lunch hours are canceled. Just don't bless them, because don't nobody want no blood.
If he bless them, there won't be no holy water on that.
Please do not bless no skeet rags. That is totally disgusting. All right, moving
Hello,
past
Lisa's journey.
How you doing? Welcome, Lisa's journey. Moving past that, the viral video of the TikTok that the two young men were pulled over by the police. What are your thoughts on that one?
Oh, he got caught. Yeah. First of all, I thought it was strange because I looked at the body cam too. Why would the other officer give him the plastic bag?
Right.
Why didn't why didn't the other officer just stuff it back in his pocket if that's where he got it from?
Right.
But he caught his ass.
Right.
You know. Right. And you see he was getting ready to search the car, because why would you put your gloves on after the fact?
After the fact, right? Because he was going to search the car and go, "Look what I found." It's something that
this is why you don't have trust. You don't have and you'll never have trust.
Trust is eroded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
trust
it's a done deal. It's a done deal.
And this is why. And when you say defund, and people are like, "Oh no, but I like the police." No, defund. This is why. Defund people like this. Now, that could have happened. Them young men could have went to jail for years without having any kind of trial. They would have been sitting in jail waiting for their time to go before the judge.
I want to know why they had them out of the car in the first place if it was for speeding.
Well, because they do that. They always they claim, because I remember years ago when first happened, something like that happened to me. They first claimed that you didn't stop, and then when they, when they're looking through your license and they don't find anything, then they just assume like, oh yeah, we're gonna find something.
Well, maybe it's just me. I've never had that problem, because I tell my white people this shit in a heartbeat.
No, I mean at the time,
and that was when I had hair. My hair was down my back. That's when I had hair. Okay.
At the time, do your business, because what's going to happen is I'll let you complete. I'll let you do all that you do. Go get the dog. The dog it smells something. Possibly, absolutely not. There's no way this dog can smell anything, because ain't nothing in here. But
there to smell.
I'll play your game, because that's what you trained it to do, to react a certain way. Like, oh, it's okay. I mean, they searched and searched and searched, and when they was completely done, I just took badges and gave me a ticket for not stopping, which I did stop. And I was like, okay, cool, no problem. Went right to the judge. Judge was like, dismiss. I was like, yeah, I understand that, judge, but before you let me go, this is what happened. This is what I went through. This is what they did. This is what
somebody's going to listen. Someone's going to listen to me.
Yeah.
Especially when they don't show up to court.
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing. Well, let me tell you what's going on since I got your ear for 5 minutes.
Right.
You know, that type of thing.
Right. And then
you
the
let them
back
know.
court, of course, the other officers, other officers were there. And that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you are sorry. You're gonna be very sorry. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't agitate shit that's not happening.
Just let them. All right. I'll let you be a fool. I mean, handcuffs and all. And I'm like, is this necessary? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so in regards, like, that just brought back, like, wow, like, I'm not surprised. Like, there's no way you go into situations where, even if it was a minor infraction, all right, give the ticket and keep it moving. No, your mission, your goal is we got to get these, in whatever you call them. Whenever you just see them, just being them. Like, we can't even be ourselves. First, we can't wear hoodies because, you're going to consider us to be some sort of thug and criminal. Now, we can't play loud music. It's all of these we can't.
Yeah.
What can we do?
Yeah. I remember a cop asked me, he's like, you act like you don't trust us. I said, do you know me? He said, no. I said, I don't know you either. And I don't know what you're capable of. You're just as dangerous. You're just as dangerous as a thug in the street. And I will treat you as such.
Right. That's it. That's it. I mean,
okay.
Just because you claim to be there to protect and serve does not mean that you do so.
That's right.
And that's case in point. I mean, come on. Like I said, he threw them drugs in there, and it wasn't no small little speck of drugs. That was enough to send them boys to jail before seeing a judge, at least a year sitting in somebody's penitentiary waiting to see the judge.
And especially where we live at, when that one officer had gotten killed, and the guy forgot he had his body cam on,
right? And
he tosses the cocaine or whatever it is into the pile of trash. Now, all that trash that was down there, who's going to be digging through it? First of all, who's going to be digging through it? And how do you actually find something out of all that trash just to say you have a score?
Right.
But we know for a fact, and like I said, where we are, that the cops are dirty.
Yeah.
They've been running dirty for a long time. The narc units used to come through. And I tell you, they would stop the young boys be sitting up on the porch. They've been sitting on the porch all morning long.
Yep.
Don't you go off that porch.
Right. And it's just to shake them down. Sometimes just to shake them down and take their money. Nothing else. Just to shake them down and take their money. But I find
have them sitting on the curb and all the rest of that bullshit.
Right. It's just crazy.
But we're going to see how they weasel their way out of this one.
Yeah, because they're already trying. They, the only reason why the body cam footage came out is because all of the pressure that they received. But of course, they're trying to say, well, they found it in the car originally, and then he's trying to say he was inspecting it or just all kinds of mess. And this is like, dude, clearly you could see you toss it in the back seat, then put your gloves on to then do what? That's
right. To run a search on the car because he was shining the flashlight and everything
in broad daylight, not to mention. So I mean,
like I said, the other two cops had the young man in cuffs behind his car.
Right.
So why would one of the other officers hand you the plastic bag instead of just stuffing it back in his pocket?
That's it. But you was expecting one that the guy in the car was not filming you, and thank God he was, and you got caught. Yeah, I know cops in New York that were straight crackheads, especially the ones that worked in the narcotics unit. They were straight druggies and crackheads and shaking people down and all kinds of mess. They've been corrupt for a very long time. Away with murder, literally.
And I think that was the only saving grace that we had here in Baltimore is the fact that, like I said before, the Freddie Gray incident.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why Baltimore City didn't burn.
But incidents like that exposed the criminality of a lot of these police officers. stuff that went unnoticed. You start to dig and see like, well, if he's walking fine before you get him into this paddy wagon, how the hell does he come out of that paddy wagon?
Yeah.
Damn near dead.
Damn near dead. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense. Just crazy. It's really crazy. But the more the merrier. Keep your phones on. Keep recording these clowns. Keep exposing.
Make sure you have room on your SIM cards.
Yes, please. Keep exposing these horrible police officers. And to the point where even the good ones need to be exposed. Because if you ain't saying nothing, you're a part of the problem.
Look, you never let your guard down.
No.
And never assume just because they're being nice,
right, that they actually are trying to help you. Because as you can see, he was all nice and everything. I'm recording you too. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you misrecorded that because I'm sure your body cam wasn't on when you was tossing them drugs in that car. That's
right. Did you see the latest one? The woman that was handcuffed in Atlanta on the ground.
Pregnant woman?
I don't think she was pregnant, but she was evidently having a episode, and the officer kicked her in the head.
Oh no!
You didn't see that? Yeah.
No. Wow. Wow.
And they caught him kicking the head. But the bad part was there was another female officer standing right there, and she did nothing. She said nothing. And then there was another officer, but I don't know if he saw it because he was coming from around the car.
But
right now.
But that's my point. They all need to be held accountable. We don't need to be kind of cherry picking in a sense. If you're standing there and you're watching it go down, then you're just
as guilty.
You're just as guilty. Just like the other officers in the George Floyd case. Now their trial is coming up soon, within a couple weeks now, and they're all gonna play. Well, it was Derek. It was Derek. Derek this. Derek that. Everything's gonna be blamed on Derek. But no. They should be held just as liable for the parts that they played, for sitting on him.
That's right.
You did say, hey,
because you never did
turn him over, because you could have nicely just pushed that other officer off and like, hey man, that's enough. Turn him over, but you chose not to. So therefore, you're just as accountable.
Guilty.
You're an accessory.
Like I said, for the longest time, I thought it was just the two police officers. I didn't know that there were two on his legs also.
Yeah.
Because the way that the camera.
And the crazy part was the two that was on his legs were the original officers. So you mean to tell me you let I just pulled up in this situation. I know him. I can't stand him for whatever reason. So I'm going to just, kind of exude my power on him, overpower you two handling the situation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, enough is enough. Like, they're not walking around here as gods, so to speak, as, kind of to keep us away from them. And that's what it seems to be.
It's that Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah. Not Boys and Girls Club.
Because they got girls with it down there too.
Crazy.
Hey, Rebel, you still got coons under your porch? Remember you said he had some coons or something underneath his porch? Some Candace Owens and
Lord Jesus.
Well, you said he had coons.
Please keep them away from me.
Yeah.
All right, so another story with Michigan. Michigan Republicans used the COVID relief funds to give themselves bonuses.
How many more?
Right. But now because of the backlash, they're going to give it back. Of course, because they got caught. But had you not been caught and the whistle had not been blown, you would have definitely you would have kept it.
They were giving themselves raises.
That's it.
Oh, you had possums. Okay.
Oh, a San Antonio male rat also.
Mole rat? Is it like a naked mole rat? Those are some nasty looking things. Ugh. Yeah, I thought you had like Candace Owens and
Please don't tell me that mole rat was a female. I didn't even know.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, see, I don't get in. We don't get into that foolishness over here because we're not the beef sector, huh? Okay.
So anyway, yeah. So these Republicans, see, Lynn T, don't do it, Lynn T. But these
you forgot to put the tree. You forgot to put the tree on there.
You know what? I mean, she ain't the only one in San Antonio. You know what, Tunchi? She ain't the only one that I know of. There's some other ones too.
Ooh.
They like trees too.
Ooh.
They think funds grow on trees. So yeah, more virtual. So yeah, these Republicans, as many others, have been taking funds. So now what?
Yeah,
they've been taking government assistance too. So now what? And these are just Michigan Republicans. Lord knows we probably got some Florida Republicans, some Pennsylvania Republicans. We probably got Republicans across the board. Lady G done bought us some new G strings with some funds. I'm sure. Lady G done bought us some heels, some kitten heels.
She might have wanted to got herself a horse.
Oh my God. Cool.
You know that stuff is still on the net.
You
can still find that stuff.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's definitely a topic for the nightcap. So we're gonna
definitely keep it for the nightcap.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that. So, but yeah, your local politicians have been pocketing the COVID relief funds. All right. So the commission of all Republicans that voted on July 15th, awarding themselves $65,000 as part of a plan to give the $557,000 to 250 county employees as hazardous pay. Yeah, that's after they got busted. So now they want to rally their money together and be like, well, you got this much, you got this much. Let's put this money together and let's give it to the employees.
Now charges needs to be filed.
Right. Now drop charges on that. Drop charges on that. Why you going around picking people, even though, you know, that's horrible, like the rapper from the Pretty Ricky group who got $2-point-something million from it.
Yeah.
He's about to go to jail. But why don't some of these politicians go to jail too?
Oh, that's right. Clean out the local government.
That's it. Clean out the swamp. What was that famous phrase? Lock her up. Lock them up. Lock them up. So, you know, why don't we start? If you're going to actually be about it, be about it. And I'm hoping this Justice Department just really starts going after these folks and not giving a goddamn if they're Republican or Democrat, just going after them. If they know
that's right. They broke the law. They stole the money. Just like you would go after a private organization that misappropriated the funds. Well, think about that too. A lot of these private companies took the money and shut down business, moved their business out of the country.
That's it.
I can't remember the name of the one business that was holding on by a thread, took the money, and it was enough money to help move them and move their company to Mexico.
Wow. And
laid off all their workers here in the States.
And pocketed the rest of it. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
That is crazy. All right. So where are we at? We're at 45 minutes. Good. We're at 45. All right. Let's talk about real quick before we get into the driest part of this whole thing that needs extra moisture.
Lock them up without moisturizer.
So quickly, we're going to just talk about people who have been released from prison due to COVID. People that have been released to prison due to COVID because of the rampant. And I mean, if you thought it was bad outside of the prison walls, like just walking around every day, it was 20 to 30 times worse inside prisons because they were not doing any social distancing. They weren't doing any mask wearing, no sanitizing, none of that. So people were
A lot of
getting
the
sick.
guards were bringing the virus in.
Right.
You're living on top of each other.
Right. So
Where are you going to
a
go? You
lot of
can't
people
social
were
distance.
extremely sick. A lot of people were dying. Uh, and so they started to send some people home that had maybe release dates coming up closer, or they weren't much as they considered to be a threat. They were sending them home to serve the rest of their sentence at home. Now, and of course, I'm talking about us black and brown folks because uh, the quote unquote white collar criminals who were sent home during the Trump administration, I doubt anybody's going to come knocking on their door to
No.
have them go back to jail. Uh, so, unless Biden does anything, what they'll be doing is basically collecting a lot of these people from their homes and sending them back to jail, which I think is pretty dusty. But it's not that dusty, but it is pretty dusty and disgusting. So
Now here you have these people that are out here who have readjusted. Their families have readjusted. And I'm sure that there were stipulations they would have
it was almost like
work.
false arrest at time. Yeah.
Yeah. You had to find work, you go to your probation officer and whatever. And you had no problem. And they're probably in there for ridiculous amount of time for the type of crimes that were done.
Right.
So I don't that's fucked up. That's what that shit is. It's real fucked
really
up.
Is. It really
okay.
Is. And
really
I hope the Justice Department really looks into it and really allows those people who should be home to be home, whether they're under
but still that would still be dangerous because they're out in the public now, and you reintroduce them back to the prison system. They could be bringing something else back in.
That's true too. So they definitely have to be very cautious with that. I just hope they make the right moves and decisions on this. I think if it was bad before, it could get a whole lot worse.
Oh yeah,
for people in the prison system.
Oh, and there's still problems going on.
Yeah, of course.
That's the crazy part.
A lot of which we don't know about. So I don't. Why didn't they get the vaccine while they was in the? If they wanted it, inmates. They were not from what I know from an inmate friend that I have. They weren't even told about a vaccine. They weren't even told about a vaccine at all. They just recently started to have them go in and get vaccinated and all that kind of stuff. They were not. That wasn't their goal. That wasn't their goal at all. A lot of the prisons wasn't even concerned about it. They felt like people outside needed it or deserved it more, which at the end of the day, they're still human. Regardless of what they may have done, they're still human. Because it's funny, you can treat, those crazy spoiled mayonnaise criminals as human, so why can't everybody else be treated as human?
Oh no, they even get vegan meals.
Yeah. Because you see homeboy that shot up them Asian spas, happy ending corners, he only pled guilty to 4 of the 8. Or was it 2 of the 8? I think it's 4 of the 8. 4 of the 8 people, because 8 people died. He only pled guilty to 4 people. Only pled guilty to 4 people. And that's funny that the system can allow you to even plead guilty to only a small number of people.
Thank you.
And then go, well, I'm not responsible for those other people because they were alive after I shot them. They may have died later, but I was alive when I shot them. No, usually once a person expires, even though they were living when the violence happened, once they expire, then you should be charged with their murder. And I just don't understand how that works. But, whatever, we'll see how that trial comes along when it comes about. All right, so lastly, real quick, let's get into this. All right. This whole DaBaby situation. I am disgusted, of course, but not surprised. I mean, we're talking about this kind of attitude of men in general, um, black men kind of especially, and I think it really just stems from hell, they being oppressed or feeling oppressed, and it's like, well, who can I pick on? So let me just go over here. Um, it it doesn't make any sense to me, and I'll tell you this: I really don't understand, and this is for a lot of quote unquote straight men and women too, included in that. But right now, I'm just talking about the men. Why the hell are you so concerned with what somebody else is doing with their own sexual parts? Is beyond me. Like him even saying that was like, why are you concerned? If you a whole straight man, why are you concerned about who's sucking whose dick in what parking lot or a park or whatever he said? What does it got to do with you?
Maybe he was mad he didn't get an invite.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, are you mad that nobody was sucking on your little penis in the parking lot or the park? Are you mad about that?
No, actually, he wanted to say where's this parking lot?
Where's the park? Where's the parking lot with? Because I really, and the DJ, of course, like, yeah, because a lot of y'all are suspect. Y'all be the main ones that participate in all this fool la la or having these, beautiful trans women who look very passable, and you would know that they were born men climbing
your back,
right, plowing into y'all.
Why are you trying to whitewash it? Climbing your back.
And I really just, it was so crazy, so immature, and of course now it's
and that's exactly what it is. The key word, you have the immaturity. First of all, I couldn't figure out what the fuck he was saying. I had to watch it like 4 or 5 times. I don't understand that shit. Okay.
Right.
I even put it on closed caption. That shit ain't help. All right. I didn't, like I said, I did not understand. I had to find somebody to help me decipher. I needed a translator.
Yes.
What the hell is he saying?
Yeah, I just really didn't understand it. I mean, for me, it was just as simple as, what did somebody doing sexually got anything to do with you? And furthermore, T.I. has no right to talk about anything. You got so much shit going on with you, and people alleging that you and your wife, or you mainly, and your wife joined on because she didn't want to leave. She wasn't strong enough to just leave your ass for disrespecting her.
That's right.
He jumped on the bandwagon and was like, well, I better do this. Since he liked to do this, I might as well join in and do it, which is so weak. But remember who we talking about, Miss Piggy.
But she had her own money. She has her own money. She didn't. That's what I never understood.
It's the insecurity. It's the insecurity. You can't, the money can't change that. The money can't make that.
You can buy a dick just like you can buy pussy.
I mean, you can, but I don't get it. And for him to be like, well, if Lil Nas X could what he say, kick his shit, then the baby should be able to kick his shit. But what is Lil Nas X or anything he's doing got anything to do with this man basically talking about people who have AIDS and HIV, who happen to, some of them I'm sure are straight.
I hadn't heard Lil Nas X say anything about people having having HIV.
I really don't.
It's just immaturity. I mean, you got a grown man calling himself the fucking baby.
Yeah, but that's the point.
You're talking about grown men that spray their seed all over the goddamn place. Okay, understand the mindset of that person. Make
that okay. But then but my problem with all that is that you have men like that who actually follow this kind of ideology and this kind of way of thinking, where you're so concerned about what the next man is sleeping with or what the next man is doing, yet as many people have mentioned, who the hell do you think is in these marches of these Black Lives Matter?
Thank you.
It ain't none of y'all clown asses.
No, and that's the crazy shit. With all this stuff that has been going on, you don't hear a peep out of the thugs.
None of them will ever speak on that. The most anybody's done, I guess, because it was so popular, George Floyd. So then, of course, T.I. and all these people started to come just so you could be on TV and have camera time. But what have you done?
Yeah, Mr. Toe Jam itself, right?
Yeah, right. Like, what have you done? You do nothing, but yet you have so much to say. Like, he needs to sit down. You got your own problems to worry about. Stop worrying about the little girls that you done had sex with, that you involved your wife in, and now that because the money has slowed down, because of course your show got canceled, that now, you know, these people starting to come out and actually say what is happening behind your dungeon doors. So you don't have no room to talk about anything anybody else is doing. You just watch it and shut up.
Yeah.
And as far as him, I mean, granted, everybody's trying to look for their 15 minutes of fame or to say something to be popular. But like at the end of the day, you think it's cool because what, your homeboy's gonna pat you on the back? The same homeboys is patting you on the back and slapping you on the ass is actually doing what you claim to be so crazy. I just find that a bit full of hypocrisy. No, that's all I can say.
I mean, that's what happens when you let the streets raise you.
Yeah, but you understand. Well, and this is the part about this is the streets that I have a problem with. Okay, in the streets, you play by a particular game and rules or whatever. Cool, I get that. But when you try to bring your street into a corporate situation, that's a whole different ball game.
They don't know how to play the game.
That you're not even ready for.
That's the whole thing. They don't know how to play the game.
What you've done, and granted, it may not happen right away, but what you've done is you canceled a lot of future shit for you. So there'll be a lot of checks that.
Yeah, I was like, doesn't he? I hope he has a publicist. Where are his people? And who leaked it? Because that wasn't from a cell phone.
No,
that was from a camera. Yeah, he pissed off somebody, see, and you never know who you're going to piss off by the things you say. So it's best to keep certain things to yourself, unless you're with certain company that you know for sure. Right. Then you can never be for sure.
You can never be for sure. Look at Trump, always running his mouth, and then somebody go, "I got a book."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many fucking books have come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's that street mentality. These boys are still boys out here in the street.
Yeah, they just
even these grown ass men that are supposed to be mentoring these boys, but the street has still raised them. They still have the same mentality. But why the fuck you worried about who's slobbing knob in the parking lot?
I really don't understand. Like, what does that got to do with you? If you're fully straight and you have no concern, and you concerned about ladies' pussies tasting like water.
If it smells like water or something. Yeah, it smells like water.
It smells like water or tastes like
huh? I was like I said, I didn't understand what the fuck he was saying any goddamn way.
I really don't.
But that's just, and I don't say this word often, that's just nigga shit. And sometimes I just can't be involved with too much nigga shit. Stupid. Just stupid.
I don't understand. Like, why do we have to? We play into their game all the time. We play into their game all the time, and I just wish these people would see it, but they really don't. They don't see it. They just feel like it's imploding on their own personal rights and their own personal thing to be a man. And it's just like, first of all, somebody had to allow you to be a man to be a man. So, I mean, I'm still trying to understand, how did you get to a point where now you feel like, oh, you the man, you made it? Like, Negro, they just had to allow you to be a man. They've been calling you boy forever, probably still do.
Yeah.
So then you're going to take the little bit of power you think you have.
Look, all they are is about the money. This nigga's making me some money.
That's it.
Every time he's controversial, he makes me more money.
That's it.
And when his 15 minutes is up, we got another nigga in the back.
That's it. But what's happening in that process is the same when they're sitting up there going, well, he's bringing me money. Some people are canceling checks left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want to be associated with it. And you gave them an easy out, even if they believed what you believe. Their bottom line is their business. So if,
like I said, that's why I was trying to figure out where his people at.
If
Don't you got a publicist? Don't you got a publicist? Don't you got a PR person? Somebody to tell you shut the fuck up. Somebody that was supposed to snatch that tape out that camera.
Cousin Ray and Pookie and them. That's who it is. But you know, they too busy.
No, but did you hear the so-called apology? I'm like, just shut the fuck up. Shut up.
I just said anybody who did put their phones in the air, like they, so I can go on to the next.
Like I said, shut up.
Just because you don't know how. Because you don't know how. That's what it is. You don't know how. You don't know how to. You don't know the true definition of what it is to be a man. One is to pick your battles. Know yourself and pick your battles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have to fight everyone.
You don't.
And if you're wrong, admit that you're wrong.
Right.
It don't hurt to say I'm sorry. Right. You ain't got to believe it. You just have to be convincing enough.
I mean, but first and foremost, if you're a straight man, what the fuck do you care about who's slob and who's knob in a parking lot?
Thank you.
That's case in point, even if he was drunk. Well, they say a drunk mind.
Yeah.
They say about them drunks, child. So you want to be careful. He might have been telling on himself a little bit. Somebody gave him some play in the parking lot.
Yeah, shit slip out.
Right.
Just like I heard that old saying, lips is lips.
Lord. Yeah, somebody said that one day to us. We all the same in the dark. The hell we not.
I
gotta get away
lips is lips. I'm like, huh? I'm like, all right, what? Yeah, all right, cool.
This is crazy. He's openly homophobic. No, and I mean, and he can be that. I don't, and that's another thing. Like, I don't have an issue with people being openly homophobic or whatever. I mean, everybody's not gonna like you, and you don't have to go around here making everybody like you. But what everybody must do is respect you. I don't care. You ain't gotta like me, but you will respect me. And in that, it's just certain things that you're just not gonna do, and you're not gonna think that that's cool. I think you're gonna get away with it, especially when your fan base, the people that buy your music and listen to your music, sometimes are part of that community. So it's just like, but you won't see it because you think, you ain't worried about us necessarily, because it's like, y'all don't, people that bring me the money is the others. They bring me the money. Yeah, but they in the community too.
But you know what? Just cancel his ass. That's all. Don't spend your money. If he can't respect you as a person, because you're a person before you're anything else.
Anything, right? That is true.
You are a person, and if you don't respect me, and that's how you that's how you feel deep down inside,
right? It's like voting for somebody that don't really give a damn about you. So it's like, why you?
Yeah, so don't spend your money. That's all. Very simple. You don't even have to get upset. Where do you get that? Well, he probably doesn't get a W-2 income tax form. See how much money you grossed this year.
Yeah.
And track and see where your money fell off at.
Right. Oh, because it's falling. It's going to fall.
Mm-hmm.
Because the corporate sponsors are not going to.
Oh, no. No. You won't see him at the Super Bowl. He won't be doing halftime at the Super Bowl. Right after they sing the Black National Anthem.
Right.
I have a problem with it.
Mess. Just mess.
But
they still won't rehire the same people that they let go.
No, I never have a problem. If you don't like who I am, I'm not going to spend my fucking money.
Then the hell, I don't need to. Then the hell with you. I don't need to, beg you to like me.
I have no problems with.
It's nothing. So that's why I didn't really understand. It's like, okay, my whole concern was if you're a full straight man, like I said before,
why are you
concerned?
Mm-hmm.
And then for T.I., well, if he could kick his shit, why I can't sell some?
You know what?
What has Lil Nas X said publicly about anything? Now,
I'm really wondering if he was kind of pissed, because he's, right now, Nas X is, pretty much riding the wave.
Right.
Right.
But I mean, it's the typical wave that other people have rode. Nicki Minaj came in on that same wave, even though she wasn't. She claimed she was, and it was like, ooh, all these fans. And then it was like, okay, I don't do that no more. I'm married to kids, and that, what I'm like. So it's
look, when you're in the entertainment business, the only thing you should worry about is green. You need to be as PC and be as vanilla as possible.
Right.
That's all. You don't say anything. You smile, you wave everybody, you take pictures with everybody, you put that shit-eating grin on your face. You say, can he read a W-2? I don't even think, what do they call it? He probably figured that he's a private contractor, an I-9 form or some shit like that. Well, don't worry, because this money's sliding through his damn hands, because everybody's hand is up his ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Siphoning off of him. But
he's mostly using his money on credit because it's somebody else paying for all of it.
Oh, no.
The bill is due. The bill will be due.
It's probably just hanging around his neck with all these fucking chains. Stupid shit.
Yeah, I know. We do. They all need to learn that nobody asks you for your goddamn opinion. Like, as what Laura Ingraham say? Shut up and dribble to LeBron James. I'm sorry, but some of these people just need to shut up and do what they do. Whether you rap, just shut up and rap. Just stay rapping. Especially when you don't have nothing.
Don't get deep.
Right. Please don't get deep and you wind up sounding just as shallow as a kiddie pool. Just stupid. Just keep your mouth closed. Just rap. Do what you do. Don't try to be woke all of a sudden or think that, you're trying to
run it. What he should have done is run it past somebody first before he said it.
He wasn't
Lynn T, when next time I need an interpreter, I'll get you. Because Google couldn't help me on that one. Like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know. I still am totally confused. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I don't know. I just think the more these type of statements and things are just out there, the more of a divide we have amongst our own people. And it's hard to kind of close that gap where we can actually start to really make a difference in our communities because we're too busy sitting up here fighting.
So many divides.
Right, we're sitting up here too busy fighting over one, you think you better, this one you think, and now you gay, but you can walk around and have 50 baby mamas or baby fathers, and that's okay. It's just the craziness for me. It really is. Like, I'm just totally over it.
Lynn, you speak math too.
Oh man!
Wow.
Too. That must be a dialect where you gotta sound like you don't have no teeth in your mouth.
Teeth in your mouth, yeah.
Okay.
Because they rotted them all out.
Yeah.
I guess crackhead is a dead language now.
But now you can go get some new plastic ones and feel brand new. Pop them in, just snap.
Snap them right on.
Snap
Do you have to go to the dentist for that? Or you can just order them online?
I've seen some where you can order online. I wouldn't buy them, but yeah. Just crazy. But whatever floats your boat, Just stay away from hot things that might melt your teeth.
You had to take them out before you eat, huh?
Yeah, right.
It's just pretty much for show?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
The show pony.
A snap and go.
Yes, a snap and go. Just like a wig. Just pop, pop.
Damn. That is crazy.
Can't bite no apples with them snap and goes, though. just for show.
He's Patty don't speak Ebonics.
Yeah, I don't pretty much. Yeah.
No, but what he was saying, I was just like, what the heck? I said, boy, he's really fucked up tonight.
I mean, he may have been drunk, but I still don't think it's no excuse.
Yeah.
You know, you have a large platform that reaches millions of people.
It can be gone in a snap.
That's it. Just as quick as you got it. It's as quick as it can go. It's no, you know, people are praising you or whatever, or your music at the moment. But please do note, you ain't the first one to come across this. You know, you ain't the first one to come across this stage or these screens. Many people have come, and
you're pretty much cookie cutter because I couldn't tell one from the other.
I don't even know who the baby is, the little baby, blue baby. There's so many.
There are all kinds of babies and all over the place, all over the place, just all over.
Yeah, literally.
Grown ass men.
Right.
It's just immaturity. That's all that is. It's like you're showing your age. You're showing your age, and the people you hang around with.
The baby, but you worried about who's putting the babies in people's mouths. Look. Help me understand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what did you think about Nas X's latest video?
I liked it better than the other one. But I mean, everybody was all like, "Oh, they were not naked. They had on.
They weren't naked.
They had on flesh-colored underwear." Even still, it's not even that big of a deal.
Yeah, I'm sure they would probably had to have pixelated it a little. The areas a little larger.
Right, and I think a lot of it. I think he's just doing it to like snub it in people's faces. I mean,
well, yeah. While you have the power, go ahead and use it.
Go ahead and use it. I think it's somewhat out of like Prince book or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just like okay, you want to say this, okay, then I'm gonna come here with some heels on and my ass out. Now what?
Yeah. Because if you ever, when Prince used to come through here, and we would go to the show, it was totally adult.
Yeah,
totally adult, and it was for shock value.
Yeah. So
you see how far you can actually push the envelope,
right?
And you do so.
Yeah, and you push it through your artistic work. I mean, it's one thing to push it just saying clown shit like what we just discussed, but it's a whole nother thing to push it through your artistic work. And it's like, all right, cool. Like, personally, I didn't like Old Town Road. I was just like, where is this? What is the hell is this?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that I didn't particularly care for it.
But kids loved it. Like little kids.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what it was.
It was like a phenomenon. And I'm just like, what the hell is what is and I'm sure now a lot of parents are like, oh, let them listen to him. He's a gay. But they were.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Are you waiting to hear the Christians?
But I think that's what this is. This is a kind of point the finger at the.
We're gonna ban abortions. We're not gonna have no more abortions, and we're gonna get rid of that little Nas X.
Right, the church and the ability for the church to kind of push it. Do I personally?
Old Town Road, I know why kids love that song. Yeah. I don't know.
And do I personally think he's gay? Not really. But I mean, I don't have gaydar, but I just feel like I don't feel it. Like I don't.
Well, you know it too. It's like, how you going to use your gaydar through the screen?
Yeah.
People can tell you who they are.
Yeah, but I just think he's just gonna. I think he's just used like it's like, hey, I don't
make make the money. Make the money. I'll be whatever you want me to be. I'll be gay for pay. Right. For you cut me checks. I get endorsements.
They do it.
In other. What is that? I'm going on Drag Race.
That's it.
That's it. How many endorsements? Yep, I'm going to the parade. Doing the parade when the parade's over.
Right. I mean, hey, look at how most of the parades, especially the big ones around June and early July, have become so corporate and dated to the point where all the companies have some sort of pride recognition float, either logo or something. So yeah, it's definitely all about that money. So um,
Mhm.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But yep, that's really all I have for today. And yeah, until next time, thank you guys for coming. So yeah, gay for
Right
pay.
there. Hey.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
do gay for pay all the time if you watch Pornhub. Right, that
Yeah,
exact
yeah,
same
because
point, dude. That's what I
most
think
people
too.
most people don't realize that um, with
Especially,
in the gay community, there's a lot of disposable income.
yeah,
There's a lot of disposable income.
'cause people
That's why
will,
they're always taking care of everybody else's children and
that's
nieces
it.
and nephews. That money's right there. If they don't, if they don't have any children
But
of
they don't
their
have any
own.
children, right? And no exorbitant bills, trying to keep up with the Joneses. It's
Yeah.
like, sure, I got a couple $100 I can throw every month to this, that, and the other. Doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. Yeah, that's right.
They
Moisture.
moisturize.
But yeah, that's it.
That's crazy.
I
Yeah,
don't know what
yeah,
else.
Len. We missed you. We missed you last week.
Yeah, man. We understand though. You was in the bargain
In the
bin.
sweatshop making skeet rags.
Hurry up and buy. Hurry up. Hurry up
Mhm.
and buy. Yeah.
Kai, don't you let her move, Kai.
I was
Oh man.
thinking.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Don't you move.
Yeah, but
Too much.
anyway, everybody have a blessed week. Stay safe. Please take your mask with you and wear them. Please
Yes.
don't
Wear
leave
your
them.
masks. Wear your
Please don't leave it
masks.
up to these
Wear your
people
mask.
to do anything, even if they don't have the sign up anymore. I still wear
Hmm.
mine and go into the store. I don't.
So yeah, whenever you go into any crowded, closed-in places, wear
Yes,
your mask.
that's
Because
it.
the CDC just announced today
Yeah, that people will
about
be wearing
masks, and
inside.
it kills me that we're sitting up here having a conversation about putting a piece of cloth
On
over
your
your
face
face, so, so that you do
to
not
protect yourself.
to protect yourself.
Yeah. Well, no, again, it's not silly to me because some of these are the same people that are against giving plastic to protect yourself, to put it on your wieners, on your thing. So,
Oh, well, you know what? I was down the park today. I was just thinking they need to put a recycle bin out there. There's a
but
lot
yeah,
of fucking going on in the
that's what I'm
park.
saying. They need in the
Oh
park.
my
They need
god!
they need
And
to
they
do,
will. The children will use their condoms.
but they need to do that. They need, just like they have the little doggy things with the little doggy trash bag. They need to have
Hmm.
condom receptacle things.
With
Just
con.
take one,
Look,
take one, and
when I
take two.
first when I first figured out that they were using the apps to find each other, this was like during around the time when they had that Pokemon
Right,
thing, and
right.
people were playing Pokemon and they were walking
In the
around getting
street.
mugged and shit.
Right. Because they ain't paying attention. You're too busy
Yeah,
trying to find some old stupid character. Yeah.
yeah, getting your ass whooped out there in the middle of the street.
Dummy. Or
It's
getting hit
great.
by a
Or
vehicle.
or falling off a cliff or whatever else. It's
Yeah.
crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah. But
And
talk
here
to
you
your
think,
people.
go ahead.
No, I said talk to your people.
Oh no, that's your people. That is definitely your people. That's all that's out there. It's
Mm-mm.
7 o'clock in the morning. You ain't exercising.
Right. Oh,
Going
you
out
right.
here.
You exercising all right. That
Oh
other
yeah,
muscle.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that other muscle.
That's true.
Yeah. It's just
Oh man.
I'm too scared to get caught. Sorry, jail.
Oh, I'll be
Jail is
outside.
real. Jail is real, and a fine is
But
something.
the thing is, down here, I'm saying maybe 200 feet away. There's the canine, the police canine. Have you ever been to the Baltimore City Zoo?
No. No.
Okay. Do you know the Mansion House in the zoo? It's a big yellow building.
Yeah, I do know.
Right now, you go about 200 feet down.
Uh-huh.
That's where the canine division is for the Baltimore City
Wow.
Police Department.
Dang.
And I know they know that stuff is what's going on over there.
Yeah, they got to.
It's like, You can't
But
think of maybe the one
it's
that does.
bold to, but that just shows the boldness of the people to be like,
Oh yeah, because I've been out on been out on a run 6:30 in the morning.
oh,
Um, and I knew I saw a naked body walk out from where they had the discus.
right.
And I knew I saw a naked body, and I had to stop. And you know how you just kind of like
Yeah,
catch the
like
tail
catch
end of ass going
yeah,
around the corner, and I'm like, nah, man, they ain't doing that shit down here. But it's secluded. I said, just
right,
keep fucking moving, keep fucking moving.
right.
I'm like, oh man,
That's crazy.
but they get their thrills and their chills. Like I said, I would come home from work, ride past there 4 o'clock in the morning. I thought they were selling weed or something. Where the snake house is, right?
Uh-huh.
Because that's right off of like Park Circle,
Okay.
where the main intersection with every two main roads intersect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn, they selling weed all hours in the morning. I'm like, shit. And it was like, nah, motherfucker, they ain't no weed.
They
They
ain't
selling
selling weed.
it's ass and dick. That's all that shit is. Ass and dick. I was like,
They
are you
selling
kidding?
private parts.
Huh? Yeah, down there at the zoo.
Go figure.
Not surprised. Woods in the city.
Mm-hmm. Not
Yeah.
pelvic thrust.
Yeah.
Not exercising your neck and your back.
Back. That's right. Because we all know Patty. Yes, girl.
Put some respect on her name. But
That's
anyway.
right. Patty. That's right.
But thank you guys for coming out, hanging out with us. And until next time, be safe. Like I said, wear your mask. And yeah, one more month and we'll be back in the swing of things, and summer will be over.
I don't know. It's so goddamn hot.
It is, but it's about to get hotter because August is usually.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But all right. Have a blessed night, guys.
Good night, everybody. Stay safe.
Stay safe, peace, love, and moisturize. Can't stress
That's right.
enough. Leave these dry, dusty mofos where they at.
Linty, drink fluids. You working in that sweatshop, girl.
Yes, please. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get a union together for you, Linty. I'm going to get a union together so that way got to make sure Rebel is paying you because
that's right.
We don't know what the other workers getting. So we want to make sure that you're getting paid. All right?
He down there in Texas. He's probably snatching them off the border.
Right. Taking them. You want here, freedom.
Waving away. Right. You make it ragged. Make it ragged.
Old Spanish lady waving away. She's to help them come on in.
Come on.
You got a lot of room. I would be surprised.
Muy Taco Bell.
Boom, boom, boom. Somebody need to call ICE.
Oh, that's right. Don't let no current see you.
Check it. Check everything. Check everything. Everybody.
It will be a done deal.
Done. No more YouTube for you. Boom.
Well, plus it's too late for him to go PPP loan, so sorry.
Yeah.
He said, "Vámonos." Yes, sir. Vámonos.
I know. Yeah. Like really, like Speedy Gonzalez at that point. Yeah. I can't. Of all the things.
When I heard the skeet rag, I thought I would die laughing.
Of all the things.
Well, will it be embroidered?
I don't even want to know what it's embroidered with.
It'll be sprinkled, but not with holy water. Okay, okay.
I'm done.
Whew.
I'm
Huh?
done. I said I'm
You
done.
done? You
Yes.
sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
I'm done
Have a
too
good night, everybody.
then.
Good night.
Probably have a good one.